What's going on YouTube? It's your boy who be praised to with what it is or what it do. Okay guys, it's your boy Obi Press 12 back again with another gameplay commentary for you on the game Dead Rising Riptide. And I got some information for you. I got a little bit of tips, a little bit of tricks, stuff like that. Information to let y'all know. This gameplay right now, this one is not a live commentary gameplay. I pre-recorded this real quick this morning, and after I record my gameplay, I continue playing without recording, just to get to another very important part. And I looked up some information about, I didn't know I had to do the team request, the team builder request. As you can see, we're no longer at Paradise. In one of the gameplays, like I said, I had looked up some information on the internet saying that you had to do the team building request, you know, the available team requests early, before chapter 5, because, you know, there was a big significant part that's going to happen within chapter 5. So as time progressed within the game, you know, I bring y'all little bits of what I think was important to record. So it was a very, very important part that I should have recorded that I didn't record. So basically, I'm going to tell you what happened. So like I said, first tip that I want to give is, it's always good to scavenger everything that you see along the way. Don't just go straight through the gameplay. Take time to scavenger through everything, because you never know what you're gonna need. Your miscellaneous inventory, I think there is no limit to that inventory, because, you know, you have to collect numerous amounts of things. So I'm guessing as you can see, I'm checking right now, certain missions that I had, that I've known that I've completed, but somehow they're not as of yet fully complete because there's something missing. So right now I'm backtracking, or I've backtracked before, and also I'm backtracking now so I can move on to the main mission. It helps to build up your XP points, your experience, because every time you level up, the zombies level up with you. That's another tip I need to put out there. They're not the same zombies as if you were in one particular area and then when you move on to the next chapter, the zombies get stronger. No, every time you upgrade your character, the zombies are upgraded as well, and they get tougher. So as per se, I was talking about the team building. Each character has a specific weapon that they want to upgrade, and in order to upgrade them, you have to bring them back what they require. Certain parts like tape they need, certain like wire, duct tape, batteries, gas, you know, anything that is needed, is you're gonna find that in your miscellaneous account, or your miscellaneous inventory. So okay, just as you can see, I'm in chapter 4 right now. In chapter 3, what I did was I went back to Paradise and I looked for all the team building side quests. And pretty much what that is all you're doing is just bringing them back everything that you scavenger. Like I said, batteries, gasoline, duct tape, wire, semiconductors, stuff like that. And I was going down the line, going down the list. I probably got about 3 probably fully complete, and about 4 or 5 of them halfway complete. Each requirement that they have is 3 levels per weapon. So some of them I have them fully equipped, fully done, and some of them I don't.
You know what
Let's
I'm
go to this
talking
cutscene
about.
real quick.
White stuff. White powder, the kind you You know, put up your nose. Bring me a few bags and I'll give you all the cash I have on me. Our dealer lived close to here. Should be easy getting over there. Go get his shit and bring it back to me. Don't worry, come on, the dealer's dead. Oh, deadish. Anyway, who the fuck knows? Will you help me out?
Wish I could. Catch me later.
I deserve one last party, don't I? Besides, I'd rather go out that way than get fucking eaten.
Right, so like I was saying, some of them I have them completely done and some of them don't. I've been working on it. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna go back, find these parts, and then bring it back to Paradise. And when I did that, it automatically cut into another cutscene, whereas one of the I could say he's not one of the scientists, one of the guys who has knowledge of the map, the guy that you saved from before. I forgot his name at this point in time, because I'm so far ahead into the game, and I'm just recapping what happened before I got to where you're looking at right now, this video that you're watching. But he pretty much torched Paradise, and when he torched Paradise, he pretty much said that he wants to take a sample of their body, or they want, if the people who are immune to the disease does not help them, then he will want to burn them and eat their flesh just to gain immunity to the disease on the island. So what happened in that point of time, before that had happened, before that cutscene had cut in, I was upgrading all the teams, the other characters' weapons, pretty much, and I've probably had upgraded it so much to where it cut right into that scene, or I had did enough side missions that it just jumped to that scene. Anyway, once you're in that scene, you're gonna have to defend Paradise. This is a spoiler alert. If you haven't done it already, you will eventually lose Paradise and move to the new safe haven, which is where I am at right now. What I can say is, make sure the lady that is the gun smuggler, Zoey is her name, make sure you complete all of her missions as much as possible before you even get to the end of scene 3. Make sure of that, because she's gonna require you to get her batteries, wires, stuff like that, to build barriers, electrical barrier that you're probably gonna be building in scene 5, chapter 5. And I'm not there yet, but like I said, I read this information up on the internet saying that she's like one of the most important characters that you have to help upgrade her stuff immediately. She's also the gun smuggler, so I'm hoping like in the near future we'll be able to get some more guns. As you can see right now, I found this pistol out of one of the boxes. Like I said, you gotta keep scavenging, going back to the same area to get different items, or a particular item that you're looking for. For example, one of the characters, I forgot her name, but I'll put the information in the description. Everything that I'm talking about, everything, like it will be a fully detailed description about particular things that I'm talking about that I do not remember at this point in time. But there's one character that needs 3 semiconductors, and I don't remember where I found them. So what I did was I took time out of the game, stopped playing the main missions and the side missions to go find the semiconductor, and I took a chance to going back to the dead zone. Go to the dead zone, and in there you will have one big guy. Either he will drop it or it will be on a table in the dark room. Definitely get those semiconductors. You need 3 of them. I suggest to farm that area. How do you farm? Basically, you go in the area, you do what you gotta do, you get it, you save, and you quit. Come right back into the game. Will spawn you back in the same area as always, and then go back in there and do it all over. Or I think there's a way to duplicate items that you want. As soon as I figure that out, I will do a video on how to duplicate items. But I know there's a way to duplicate. Anyway, so yeah, you definitely need to go back to the dead zone in there at least 2 or 3 times. There's very important stuff in that area, in that dark room, that you're gonna need before you get to this chapter 4 and 5. So definitely go back in there and get the semiconductors. Another very important part that you need a scavenger for is the gasoline, and also the painkillers and canned food. Now there's 2 main particular areas that you can scavenger for canned food and painkillers. When I find those areas, I will do a short tutorial video on where to go get them and how to farm for them. The more painkillers you bring back to that guy that's asking for the painkillers all the time, the more XP you'll get. The more canned food you bring back to, I forgot her name, it starts with a C, Charmin or something like that, the more money you will get. And that will help you to rank up and double down on your money for all these expensive weapons that are in the inventories or in the shops. Another tip, you definitely want to, anyone who is a shop owner, you definitely, if they have any side missions, you definitely want to do those as well, instead of going straight to the main mission. You don't want to run through the main missions all the time, because by the time you get to a particular area, for example, like one time the dead zone was a very important area that I needed to go to, and if I didn't have anything to throw, as such as grenades or Molotovs or anything like that, to blow up those zombies in there, instead of going in there and fighting them one by one, you definitely need, like I said, you need to do side missions or scavenger a lot of stuff to have, instead of just running in and trying to take them on hand combat. It's always best to strategize and to think of ways of how to eliminate the enemy without hurting yourself or being killed and getting frustrated with the game. Alright, so those are pretty much basically some tips that I have for you right now as I've played over the period of time, especially when it comes to defending the area, defending paradise. You're gonna want to do those team side missions as much as possible, because, and also build up your fury. If you have anything in your fury that deals with adding bonus fury to your teammates, definitely use that, because even though they might not be like an Xbox Live person playing with you, it still activates the team from in doing their special abilities and taking down the zombies. I've activated it when I had my chance. I activated it and they pretty much held it down. Anyway, coming up to the chapter 4 right now. We just entered chapter 4 and I was in chapter 3 and I didn't know that I was about to enter chapter 4. I was trying to finish off those other 2 side missions, and this is pretty much where you have to go meet the other scientists. So I'm just gonna break away real quick, come back with the new beginning of chapter 4.